Hello everyone, my name is Hassan Salim and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant of Canada and I do practice here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Now all of you, just like me, were waiting for one thing to happen and that was the SINP draw. Yes, finally SINP decides to conduct the draw, which last time happened on December 27th, and it was pretty disappointing as there were many few NOCs that got selected and many less applicants were sent the invite. Same scenario this case. In fact, it is even more disappointing because only 35 applicants were sent the invite this time around because of the score being really high. So we will talk about the scores, we will talk about the streams, and we will also see which NOCs were the lucky ones that got the invites, and we will also go through some assumptive scenarios in which we can break down how to get that big number of a score. So if you're interested to know more about SINP and find out how you can become eligible to apply for SINP program, watch this video till the very end so we can go through the latest draw of Saskatchewan. Welcome back. So as I said during the intro, it was a really interesting draw, or again, just like the word I used in the intro, it was disappointing. It was pretty different than what it has happened before because many people were expecting the scores to either go down or if not go down, go slightly up, but have a lot of NOCs. So there were different assumptions being done about what would happen in the next draw of Saskatchewan, and as always, it has surprised all of us again. So this time it was the draw for SINP, both streams, which we always talk about on this channel, the occupation in demand and the SINP express entry stream. March 7th, after the last draw, which happened on December 27th of 2023. So technically the first draw of this year 2024 when SINP conducted the draw, and only 35 profiles were sent the invite. Now 21 of those 35 invites were in the express entry stream and 14 were in the occupation in demand. Now both the streams had the same NOCs, so it wasn't different for both the streams. Same NOCs got invites in different categories of SINP, a total of 35, 21 and 14 again. And the NOCs which got lucky we will discuss right now, but the lowest score of the selected candidates was 89. That's a huge score. And I know many people are kind of surprised how to get that kind of a number, because anyone who's willing to apply for SINP kind of ends up in 60s or 70s. Getting 89, which is closer to 90 or even more than that, because 89 is the lowest of the numbers of the draw. So let's discuss those scenarios as well. I just created a couple, so that will kind of give you an idea what kind of people would have got the invites, and we will discuss that in detail. But first of all, I want to show you the NOCs which got selected. As you can see on Saskatchewan website, 14 total candidates invited on the March 7 draw, which included all these NOCs: 111, 10021, 10022, 1110. I did make a list so you get a clearer idea of what kind of NOCs these are, because if you just look at the NOC codes, it's tough to go through every one of them. So I did this job for you. Check this out. So these are the occupations which did receive the invite. So as you can see, the NOCs included HR manager, financial advisors, financial officers, supervisors in finance and insurance, office workers. So a lot of HR related NOCs and a lot of management related NOCs as well. And then we also saw a mix of accounting technicians and bookkeepers along with HR recruitment officers. And if you look at the bottom of this list, it has some software engineers and designers, web developers and programmers, which have been in the list for quite some time now. Managers in customer and personal services, so retail and wholesale buyers. Again, I'm not naming all of these NOCs. You can look at this list, take a screenshot if you want to, and kind of get an idea what kind of people were selected in this draw. Now, this is really interesting for the kind of draw that happened. As I said, it's tough for people to know like what kind of applicants would have been out there that received the invite. Getting 89 is not an easy task. And that's why I thought it would be a cool idea for you guys to know or find out what profile looks like in order to get 89 or more score. I created a couple of scenarios, or a couple of applicants, if you want to call them, that would have received 89 points. Again, there are a lot of different ways you can achieve this score or more, but whatever came to my head, I decided to make a couple of situations for you to understand, and we will go through them right now. So let's talk about this first scenario. Again, we're talking about how would someone have got 89 points or more. So let's consider this applicant named Ahmed. Okay. Factors in determining your score for the NOC. Let's go through them. So Ahmed, the first thing we will discuss is the education. Let's say he did his educations in a master degree. He got his ECA, and for those of you who don't know what ECA is, that is one of the most important document when you are submitting your profile for SINP, or you are submitting your profile for federal level express entry stream. ECA is the most important document, that is education credential assessment, where it kind of tells you what your education looks like according to Canadian standard. Now education, let's say Ahmed, born in India, got his master's degree. He got his degree evaluated, and he found out his education is similar to Canada, and he got the full marks, that is for his master's degree, 23. Now for age, he is 33 years old, so he gets 12 maximum points. And then again, we talk about the language. So in order to get the maximum points, what he would have done, he would have got the maximum score if he received CLB 8 in English, and that gives you 20 points. And then he might have also done some French courses and gave an exam, and he would have received CLB 4, which has given him 2 points. So work experience wise, since he has done his master's, and he's at the age of 33, he has gained 7 years of work experience in one of the NOCs that we discussed earlier, and he gets 12 points for that. And now when it comes to adaptability, let's say he has an uncle in Saskatchewan living for more than 1 year, and for that reason he gets 20 points. So when it comes to the total comes up to 89. So he has full marks or full points in his education because he has a master's degree. He has full score in the first language, let's say English, he got 20, and then he has also got CLB 4 level, like a little bit of understanding of French, and he got extra 2 points for that. And then for the work experience, he has gained 7 years work experience for 12 points. Adaptability, if you have a relative in Saskatchewan living for more than 12 months, it may be your sibling or your uncle, nephew, niece, all those relationships count, and that gives you 20 points. So that is how Ahmed got 89 points, and he would have received the invite in this draw on March 7th. Now let's consider another scenario, or another applicant that might have received the invite this time. Let's name him John. Now John, again, did his master's degree in Canada. Let's say he came here on study permit. He did his education with a master's degree, so he gets full 23 points. He has gained 2 years on his postgraduate work permit. So he's on a valid work permit here in Canada, and he has already gained 2 years of work experience. Language, again, let's say he has, since he's studying in Canada, he has full command over his English language, and he gets full 20 points for that. Age-wise, he's 31. He's younger than the previous applicant that we discussed, so he gets 12 points for that as well. But for the adaptability, it's very similar situation. He also has a relative. Let's say his brother lives in Canada, or Saskatchewan to be exact, and also since he studied here, he gets 5 extra points, and since he is working in Saskatchewan as well for more than 1 year, so he gets 5 points for that as well. So 30 points for adaptability, 20 for the language, 23 for education, 4 for work experience, age maximum of 12, And again, John also gets 89 points, and that is how he received the invite from SINP. So these were a couple of situations. Again, it can be more than that. You can just play around with the numbers on the SINP website, on the eligibility criteria, and kind of talk about how you met those 89 points, or how anyone would have met 89 points. Again, the numbers and the NOCs change every draw. So it's not written on stone that the next time the draw happens, it would be 89 or more. It can go back to 61, 62, 70, whatever. No one knows. Me or you, we can all guess, but only SINP can answer that. And the NOCs they select, again, depends on what the requirements of the province are. So it's hard to predict, hard to say what the score would be and what the NOCs would be drawn in the next draw whenever that happens, because this time it happened after almost 3 months, which is a long time, and I know a lot of people were waiting for the draw and hoping for them to receive the invites. If you did, congratulations to you. For the people who did not, stay strong, keep holding on. One day or the other you would get an invite. Just make sure you have all the documents ready once it ever happens. So this was all I wanted to share with you in this video. Hopefully you liked it, and if you haven't already, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on my Facebook and Instagram accounts, and I'll be more than happy to answer any question you might have, and more than willing to do a paid consultation session for you for any of your immigration needs, not just SINP, any program that you are interested in and want a licensed consultant advice or consultation. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. So this is me, Hassan Salim, signing off for this video. And again, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any other video that I post, and keep rocking.